starboard, 30 degrees to starboard, will be downtown Tokyo. Yes, the turrets are manned and they are loaded. This large mushroom vent has been removed and capped. The platform was built outside of the handrails, 10 feet wide, 30 feet long, for the media of the day. That's why when you look at the picture, the deck seems so large. But it's not really large, is it? So, 0900 is the time that the ceremony is to commence, 9 a.m. 0900, the launch containing the Japanese delegation pulls up along the starboard side, comes up an accommodation ladder and through a passageway made of white uniformed sailors. Up that ladder we just came up and they take their place here on this deck. The table with the documents will be sitting where the plaque is in the deck today. 0902, 2 minutes after 9 in the morning, General MacArthur, Admiral Nimitz, and Admiral Halsey come out of Admiral Halsey's stateroom up here on the next level where that open door is. Come down the ladder and they take their place on the other side of the table. Now, Chaplain Falk will go to the microphone. He'll give a short prayer. Then he'll be followed by General MacArthur. General MacArthur is going to give a short speech in which he talks about justice, tolerance, and the rebuilding of Japan. The translator for the delegation, number 22, Mr. Kase, educated at Harvard before the war. He translates what MacArthur says to the Japanese delegation. The delegation is really relieved to hear what MacArthur has to say because they know now that they are not going to be imprisoned immediately or executed. At that point, General MacArthur is going to invite forward number 20, Foreign Minister Shigemitsu. Foreign Minister Shigemitsu is dressed like a diplomat of the day, tails, top hat, white gloves. He comes forward, sits down, removes his hat and gloves. They show him where he has to sign on the documents. Because of a wooden leg, he has to stand to sign the documents. As he finishes signing the documents, surrendering the Empire of Japan on behalf of the Emperor, he picks up his hat and gloves and returns to the delegation. Now the next man invited forward is going to be number 21, General Umezu. General Umezu is going to come forward. He's just going to bend at the waist and sign the documents, do an about face and return. He has just surrendered the armed forces of Japan on behalf of the Emperor. At that point, the documents are turned. General MacArthur comes forward, sits down, lays off 6 pens, invites 2 men to join him. 2 men standing behind him. Number 1 is Lieutenant General Wainwright, captured at the fall of Corregidor. Man to General Wainwright's left is a British officer, Lieutenant General Percival, captured at the fall of Singapore. Both men had been interned pretty much the entire war, over 3 years. Both men had only been out of the POW camp a few days. Both men stood over 6 feet tall and weighed under 100 pounds. General MacArthur had them brought to Tokyo to represent all the POWs of World War II. General MacArthur will then start signing as Supreme Allied Commander. The first 2 pens he signs with, he gives to those 2 gentlemen. He will finish signing the documents. The last pen he will sign with will be the pen his wife Lucille gave him when he left for the war. As he finishes signing, he gets up, takes his place back by the microphones, and calls forward the other representatives of the Allied nations, starting with Admiral Nimitz to sign for the United States. He'll be followed by the representatives from China, Great Britain, USSR, Australia, Canada, France, Netherlands, and New Zealand. As the last man signs and again takes his place behind General MacArthur, General MacArthur gives a short prayer in which he says, "Today the guns are silent, skies no longer rain death, seas bear only commerce, and everywhere walk uprightly in the sunlight. May God preserve this peace forever. I now close these proceedings." The Japanese delegation is ushered off. Planes in the sky that have been circling, they form up into formation and fly over the ship. Time now is 9:25. It's taken 23 minutes to end the bloodiest war in history. Conservative estimate is that about 69 million people died during World War II.
Sure.
Of that, 50 million were civilians, innocent men, women, and children. Now behind me, you'll see a glass case that's going to contain copies of the documents. Black doorway. Here's a peek into the captain's in-port cabin. And then the medallion that's in the deck is where the table sat that morning. Now the medallion that's there was donated by the decommissioning crew, the last decommissioning crew. The first medallion that adorned the deck was made from a penny donated by every man on this ship the day of the surrender. Melted down, made into a plaque. That plaque now sits at the Naval